Hello. Today's show, top 2 for me. It's pretty late. It's like 8:30 right now. We're just finishing 8 o'clock here. It's been a long day. And we got a little slap happy in the studio. A lot of things are discussed. And also, the greatest general manager conversation in the history of general managers in the NFL.
Hands down.
Chris Ballard came in and put on a goddamn show on the microphone. You're about to learn a lot. And I learned a lot about the ticket buying process whenever I got into this gig.
Yeah, sure.
Yep, because I had a little bit more free time. I started going to different shows, started going to different things, and I was shopping around on different ticket apps.
Be complicated.
And it got very complicated, very motherfucking confusing.
Yeah.
Because I would buy a ticket, and then the ticket that I thought I bought isn't the ticket that I got. I get catfished by somebody.
You got.
So then I did get, you know what?
You got.
I got.
You got.
I mean, I got mine,
Yep.
You got yours.
But you got.
but I got God as well. Until one company came into my life and changed everything.
Hallelujah.
And that's right. Amen. And that is the presenting sponsor of this show, our friends at SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the greatest ticket buying platform on planet Earth and the moon, we decided.
And the moon.
Yes.
And the moon. We're not
There's
sure
gonna be
about...
concerts there soon.
And in the ocean, too, by the way.
In the ocean.
Oh, in the
Including
ocean.
ocean.
We
For
can't
sure.
speak much beyond that.
But we know they're the greatest ticket buying app. Earth, ocean, moon.
Yep.
That it's not even debatable. Because what they do is they go and scan all of the other ticket platforms and make sure you're getting the best bang for your buck. The best ticket available at the best prices available for you, the best human on earth, because you're shopping at SeatGeek. And right now, if you use promo code PAT, you get $10 off your first SeatGeek purchase. That's insane.
That's insane.
Nothing to scoff at.
You're alive, but are you living? Go live a little bit. Experience something live with SeatGeek. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Ballard. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now is a man that people are saying is the greatest GM to enter the NFL in recent history. A man who did magic in the last draft. A man that had a vision and a culture that he wanted to build. They were 1-5. Everybody was calling him the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. The team went on a run. He had the greatest draft class last year. He's looking to do the same this year. Ladies and gentlemen, Southern handsome man, general manager of the Indianapolis Colts, Chris Ballard.
Well, let me tell you something. Every time I start feeling like shit about myself, I'm going to play. I want you to send that to me. Play it loud.
Hey, you should be feeling good about yourself this week. This week is basically Super Bowl for talent evaluators and everything like that. Can you dig into your combine process a little bit? Are you as hands-on, or is this a scout's paradise this week?
Well, no, it's all of us. I mean, at heart, I'm a scout. But look, I mean, to be able to get the best players, I think 337 this year here, and being able to go through the medical interviews and then get them to work out, it's a critical time for us. And to get them all in one place, under stressful conditions. I mean, I know people don't quite understand that, but it is. I mean, they're getting up early in the morning and they're having to do a full day events. I mean, it's taxing on them. Then they got to perform. So we find out a lot this week.
So I wasn't invited to the combine because you NFL scouts didn't think I was worth a shit. It's very nice. But I've heard nothing but horror stories.
You proved them all wrong.
I did. But I've heard nothing but horror stories from players that have done the combine, from the 4 a.m. wake-up calls to drug testing to the 15-minute meetings with teams that are just trying to learn everything they possibly can and maybe even do a gotcha type situation to the on-field stuff. Has the combine become more of a dog and pony show than like an actual evaluator's paradise? Because it seems as if players are prepared for everything that could possibly happen.
They are, but let me tell you, you can't. There's certain things you cannot hide. Like you can't hide if there's certain medical issues. You can't hide going into our interviews are probably a little bit different than that. We're not trying to create gotcha moments in our interview sessions. We turn them over to our coaches and let them evaluate, what they can handle mentally, just in that short 15-minute time period. And then you can hide, your fundamental athletic talent, with the testing that they do. Is it the end-all, be-all? No. But saying that, it is an important part of the process.
What is an interview question you like? For instance, when we interview people here, my go-to is if you were a kitchen appliance, which kitchen appliance would you be and why? You can answer that question and then tell me one that you use.
Ours are I don't ever try to create to
Avoided
be
the
honest with
question.
you.
Hey! I want to let you know you just avoided my my question there. I'm gonna have to dock you some points in the hiring process there, Ballard.
Oh no! One day when they run me out of Indy, I'm coming to work for you. No, that's already decided.
Oh, amen. I can't wait. We got some shit you can do here for sure. But what are your interview questions? Do you do like Dr. Phil psychology type questions, like that kitchen appliance one? You're just trying to see how fast the person answers, why they answer that question, that type of stuff. Is that your type of thing or what is it?
No. So we'll watch tape with the player. We want him to to me the gotcha moments. We're just not into that. I want to put his tape on, and I want him to explain to us what's going on, good and bad. Let's pull 4 or 5 good plays. Tell us the play, tell us what you were doing, tell us what your teammates were doing, and then let's pull the bad plays off and give us an answer make us understand why this occurred. And you'd be surprised in 15 minutes what you can get out of players. Are they blaming others for their mistakes?
Oh.
Do they have a growth mindset to where they understand, what they did wrong and willing to fix it? And then do they understand, what other people are doing on the offense or defense?
That's I just thought to myself, you asking like a player what happened on this one and them getting flustered that you even brought up a bad play and then them throwing somebody else under the bus and you not even having to do any more questions, just be like, oh yeah, you'd be great in our locker room. That makes so much sense all of a sudden. It really does.
No, that's one of the, I've talked about it today. That's an issue. I mean, it's an issue with players coming up today because they live in a highlight world. They want to show the best of what they've done. Well, how are you going to get better if you're not looking at the stuff you screwed up? I mean, my God, I just look at myself. I fucked up so much stuff here in the first, year and a half. Eventually you got to do a self-evaluation to grow and get better.
There was a headline today that said,
by the way, you got to beep that F word out.
We absolutely will. That was actually our producer that giggled there as soon as you said it. No, yeah, we will.
Right on your Twitter page.
We'll probably beep it and say we'll have a contest to tell us what word was said here. That'll be the thing. There was a headline today that said you and your crew just got out of 18 straight 12-hour days. Is that accurate or a complete bullshit?
No, that's accurate. That's very accurate. We our process. You can hear I'm in an elevator right now going up. Our process. We go through 1,700 players, and we go through everyone. I mean, we're in the business of eliminating. So we'll eliminate and get. I think we got down to about 216, and we sit in there and we go through every guy ad nauseum, and then the guys that we still have on the board, we watch. And we watch them together. And, one of the big things for our scouts, and they know it, I prove it on tape. There's a lot of creative writers, but you can't hide the tape. You can't hide what a guy does on tape. And, between those meetings, and then we'll come back again in April. We'll have meetings through March and in April where they'll come in for another 16 days, and we'll rewatch every single guy again. And they've got to, by the time we get to the draft, for them to step on that board, they have to prove what they are, that the scouts are saying they are.
Okay, so going into Combine, do you already know like what you're going to do in free agency, so you know that you can spend more time focusing on this type of stuff because we know we're going to take a shot on these couple players? Or is it something that you're kind of figuring out because everybody knows, it's no secret, you don't have to say anything because it'd be dumb for you to say it, but I'll say it. Everybody knows Indianapolis is a time where there's a lot of conversations happening about a lot of things. I mean, it's literally broadcasted on every single sports network today is saying how Indianapolis is where the moving and shaking gets done. So this week, do you with also the draft eligible players, do you also do that with all the free agent stuff? Do you go through all their film, all their maybe extra baggage bullshit, and you know that going in so you can evaluate possible free agents versus college guys? Or is it something that's an evolving process as you go?
No, you nailed it. So we'll spend the last 2 weeks of December and then the first 2 weeks of January with our pro staff, and we go through every free agent on the board. And we set up a board just like we do in college. And then when we go through the draft process, we're able to see where, okay, here's where there's some depth in free agency. Here's where depth is in the draft. And then we can start figuring out, okay, here are the needs we have. Here's where I think we can fill them, whether it's using free agency or it's the draft.
Okay, so you have always said to be a great franchise, you have to build from within. You have to reward your young players that do well. You have to take care of your guys so that when people come to the Colts, they know if they do everything right, they're going to get paid off in the end. They're not going to get fucked over. You also are a guy who has over $100 million this upcoming free agency spending spree. You told me before that money will go quick. Should fans or the NFL in general expect an active Chris Ballard, or is it going to be strategic use of the cash?
No, it'll be strategic. And I'll never say never, because if the right opportunity presents itself, there's a lot that goes into a player changing teams, especially for big dollars. He's got to want the team's got to want him, the dollars have to match. And all that stuff has to come into play. So, getting the right fits. I always laugh when people said we haven't been active in free agency. I said, no, we have been active. Danico Autry, Jabal Shear, Marcus Hunt, those were all, free agent acquisitions that helped our club. And, we'll continue to use free agency to supplement. The majority of your roster to have long-term success has to come from within. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're all draft picks. I'm not, oblivious to the fact that, that could take forever. But a guy like Kenny Moore, who we claimed, those kind of undrafted free agents like, Rigo, those guys can help build the core of your team and the character of your team that you want. So, young players that do things the right way, we'll try to, and they produce, we'll try to do everything we can to keep them. Will it work out to be 100%? Not always. And I tell our players this, look, at the end of the day, my job's to build a winner. But on the flip side, every player that comes in, if you do what we're asking you to do and you buy into the program, you're going to make good money, whether it's here or somebody else. Now, players will get a little pissy about this every once in a while, but eventually they get it. And sometimes we can't match what another team's matching. Well, that's okay. Good for your family, man. Good for you. You went and made a big paycheck somewhere. That's why you're doing what you're doing. You're doing it to win, but you're also doing it to provide for your family long term, and I get that.
Boy, it's getting good. You haven't heard anything yet.
Nope.
Just wait.
Let's. We should get back to it as quick as possible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, we should.
Go.
The right hire can make a huge impact on your business.
Yep.
That's why it's so important to find the right person. But where do you find that individual? Where did Jim Irsay find Chris Ballard? I don't know if that's factual, actually. You can post a job on a job board and hope the right person will find your job. But think about it. How often do you hang out on job boards?
Never.
Nope.
Don't leave finding someone great to chance when you can post your job to a place where people go every single day to make connections, grow in their career, and discover job opportunities. LinkedIn. Most LinkedIn members haven't recently visited top job boards, but 9 out of 10 members are open to new opportunities.
Faux show.
And with 70% of the U.S. workforce on LinkedIn, posting on LinkedIn is the best way to get your job opportunity in front of more of the right people. People who are qualified for your role and ready for something new. It's the best way to find the person who will help you grow your business and why a new hire is made every 10 seconds using LinkedIn. There's a whole countdown thing coming. Hurry to LinkedIn.com/McAfee and get $50 off your first job post. That's LinkedIn.com/McAfee to get $50 off your first job post. LinkedIn.com/MCAFEE. LinkedIn.com/McAfee. Terms and conditions apply. Let's get back to Chris Ballard. Okay, so last year, I'll say this. My first preseason football game with the Indianapolis Colts, I had just earned the punting job. I didn't know how to punt when I got drafted. First game, my first punt was 63 yards in the air. My second punt was 62 yards in the air. Everybody was like, holy shit, we got a guy, right? But for me, going into that second preseason game, in my head, I was like, okay, I got to do better than I did in the first preseason game. And I ended up playing like shit, to be honest. I had a couple shanks. I still didn't understand fully how to punt, but I kind of put too much pressure on me that second preseason. Then I had to have a full mental figure out session. For you are coming out of one of the hottest draft rounds in the history of a general manager. And I mean that with you pulled a needle out of a haystack with Darius Leonard just beautifully. Everybody was mocking your draft. Quentin Nelson is going to be a franchise changer, and you took an offensive lineman in the first round. I mean, you had an incredible draft. We can go through the entire thing. Do you feel a little bit more pressure? Like, hey, everybody's expecting a great draft out of Chris Ballard? Or is this just like, yeah, that's what we do. That's why we put in all the hours, and you have a lot of confidence going in your squad?
No, that's what we do. I have a lot of confidence in not only myself, but our team and the scouts that we have. We're a very talented group of guys, and they know where the standard's at. And I laughed. I mean, almost, last year in the we don't ever let anybody else set our expectations. I mean, fuck that. We set our expectations, and it's almost, people are so scared of the unknown. They're all scared when you go with the unknown. Well, we're not. We're not scared to draft. We're not scared to bring in players that others might disagree with and still win football games. I mean, I just think that at the end of the day, we set expectations internally, and that's how we're going to roll.
That's like a real, hey, that was one of the most gangster answers I've heard in a long time. I want to let you know that. But when you come out of like that incredible draft last year, you can't act like that. It's like Tom Brady can walk into a building and say, I'm the baddest motherfucker alive, or whatever he said, because he's proved that he is. I loved everything you just said there. A couple quick questions and then let you go. I know you're a very busy man. We're very thankful that you stopped by here today. The style of college football. It's a fast, spread them out. Defenses are basically non-existent in most conferences. Now, granted, the Big Ten or whatever the hell it's called, the Big Ten is a power football place or whatever. Have you found it difficult to, well, obviously not, but do you notice and realize a challenge in evaluating talent now with the way the game has changed in college? And do you think the way the game is changing college is also the reason directly why the NFL is changing to kind of keep up with college football?
That's a good question.
That's what we do here.
Do I think it's more difficult? The O-line and D-line, and I'm going to give you a reason why, are harder to evaluate just because of the amount of plays. So I think sometimes they're going so fast, and they're running 112 plays a game, whatever the number is they're running a bunch, which when I first started scouting, they were, in the 70, 75 range. So they get tired faster, especially on the defensive line. They can't, it's hard to sometimes evaluate the rushers because, you're out on the field and they're running a play every 20, 25 seconds. And all of a sudden you're out there for 10 straight plays. Guys get tired. They get gassed easily. So to me, it's harder to evaluate the fronts. Wideouts have always been more difficult to evaluate just because they don't see the physical play at the line of scrimmage within the first 5 yards that they're going to see in our league. So you've just got to make sure you're honing in on the traits that have made players successful in the past and know that your coaching staff's got to be really good from a fundamental standpoint, that we're going to be able to get them up to speed, when they get in our building.
Poor coaching is an epidemic in the NFL, I think, and it hasn't really come to the light until these shortened practice sessions have been enforced with the new, you get it. What is it? CBA. There it is. I knew it was 3 letters. You get it. The new CBA. I do believe that you see who has good coaches and who doesn't with the new CBA because there's such limited time to work with them. Final question, just a little quick rundown here. You said it's hard to evaluate D linemen. Makes sense. Also wide receivers. Yeah. There's a certain wide receiver that is very good in the NFL, we've learned, and he is on the market, and he has a blonde mustache now. He met with a billionaire down in Florida just a couple weeks ago. Are you looking for a potential another explosive offensive weapon that has a proven NFL history this upcoming free agency, and how much will you pay them? You can make that announcement right now.
I don't know who you talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's just say hypothetically, would you give up, say, a first or second round pick for a proven perennial Pro Bowl wide receiver? 30.
Who's 30 years old?
You changed your voice.
It's just a Steelers fan looking for some picks.
I assume you won't give us that answer, and I respect it, to be honest. But I think we're all very excited to see what you do, man.
Hey, congrats, too, by the way, on getting engaged.
I'll tell you what, Chris. Forever's a long time, man.
Way to think it through, big dog.
Hey. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
Hey, no, let me, in all seriousness, best thing you'll ever do. It's the best thing I ever did in my life. I would not be where I am today without my wife. She's unbelievable. When you marry your best friend in life, and get ready to go on this journey, there's nothing better. And especially the pictures. They were showing me the pictures walking over here. Dude, that was freaking awesome. Awesome. You got your shorts on, you're in front of the helicopter. I mean, it was freaking awesome.
Hey, I appreciate that. I got a text from Chuck that said that he was happy that he proposed to Tina a long time ago after she saw all those photos. Unbelievable. Oh, that's something I should ask you about. Frank Reich. Hey. Just a year ago, I was in a goddamn press conference for Frank Reich directly after Josh McDaniels gave the old swoop-de-swoop. What an incredible find and decision that ended up being with Frank Reich. You guys got to absolutely love how this has all grown together. You and him seem to be like peanut butter and jelly, like you peas and carrots, and you get it. Really though, this has been an incredible. You two seem to be tight.
Pretty good. No, Frank gets it now. I mean, he's mature, very patient. He's the same guy every day. And one of the really cool things about him, he thinks it doesn't matter who, he thinks he can win. I mean, he's got that trait to where hey Chris, just get us the right type of guys and we'll make it work. We'll find a way to win. And I love that about him. I mean, I do. I love that there's never an excuse. We're going to try to get it done. And I think the locker room feels that. I really do.
That's such a magical thought. You know why, though? I mean, he comes back down 35 or whatever it is when the Bills, when they have all their backups in. He's like, it don't matter. Let's go. Let's get this one. Frank Reich's an incredible man. So are you, Chris. Who do you need to add? Where do you need to add depth at?
Well, I mean, I think we got still a young roster. I think we need to continue. I mean, look, O-line, D-line is always going to be a priority. It always will be. And because I just believe long term, that's how you win in this league. I mean, just look at the Super Bowl. Those are two great football teams playing each other. But at the end of the day, New England won the game up front. And so those will always be priorities for us going forward. Do we get it done every year the way you want? I'm realistic to know that, sometimes it just doesn't fall that way. But saying that is something we'll always keep our eye on.
If you find another Quentin Nelson, you will be an animal.
Are you a best available or a position of need guy?
I'm realistic. Hey, look, now, I'm very realistic. Those guys don't fall off the tree very often.
No, never. What do you say? Quentin Nelson doesn't
He's a
fall off any
unique
tree.
player.
Yeah, he's incredible. Are you best available or need?
Best available.
Let's go. Can't wait to watch your brain work.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
available.
Have an incredible combine, Chris. Can't wait to see what you do with the Colts this upcoming year. And we're all pretty big fans, and even the diehard Steelers fans. The Colts are their number 2 team. So we appreciate the hell out of you, man. You're very, very, very likable GM, by the way. We watched that press conference. We've been watching everybody's little press conference out there at the combine. Man, hey, Chris, I think you found what you're supposed to be doing for a living, man. Pretty good up there. Good hair, too. Good hair.
Well, look, the one thing I'm pretty realistic about is like it don't take long for him to be calling you.
Hey, all right, go have a good one, man.
You got to blank that one out.
Yeah, we will. Hey, Chris, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Ballard. Chris, you're the best.
All the best. Be good.
You got it. Cheers, man. Good luck. Guy was incredible.
Oh, so good.
He's legit.
You want to work for that
He's
guy.
real.
Yeah.
When I say GMs aren't supposed to act the way he acts.
No, not at all.
Personable, a little inside information he was giving us. He's intellectual. He's breaking things down. He seems relatable, which is because they're the gatekeepers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? If a GM wants you to be a rich man or a wealthy man or have a shot on a team, I'm not just talking about the first rounders. I'm talking about free agents. They are gatekeepers into a whole new life. And they normally take advantage of that position. He just seems like such a cool guy who I think that 1 in 5 could have helped him in the long run because it probably humbled him a little bit.
Yeah.
And he's probably like, I'm going to remember this. And then whenever they get really good, he's like, yeah, I knew it was going to work out. Because there he said, that's what we do. I love that answer. I'm a big fan of old Chris Ballard. Very thankful he came on here. Combine's a pretty busy time for the general managers of the world.
I bet.
Most important.
He did that interview after his press conference while he was going back to the suite to get the binoculars out. That's why he was in the elevator at one point. I requested an interview with him, and I got back he might have some time on his phone in between press conference and getting back to scouting. And I was like, what does that even mean? He's like, well, he's got to walk from the convention center back to the stadium. He probably got a good 15 minutes there. I was like, can you sneak me in there? And they're like, let's see what we can do. And that's literally what happened. You heard him actually do that. I would love to know who he's in that elevator with.
Yeah.
What if we asked him a question like, what are you thinking on this guy? And there's like a Buffalo Bills representative in there. He's like, oh, he's fucking great. And then he gets out of the elevator and is like, yeah, boys, everything was a lie there. There's a lot of that going on. Smoke screen.
Love a good smoke screen.
Oh, it happens all the time. It's happening with free agents now. It used to just happen with draft picks. Now it's happening with free agents because everybody's becoming louder.
Correct.
Like, teams are doubting Antonio Brown's willingness to work. It's like, who is doing that? Who is saying they won't do that? I would like to hear that.
Hey, he's passionate, right? More passionate than most.
Antonio?
I get no,
Ballard.
Ballard. Like
Yeah.
I get it's a business and he's like the CEO or whatever, but you can tell he just loves it.
He
loves
loves
everything about football.
Loves the game. He has to. That 18, 12-hour days thing.
Yeah,
That was crazy.
Just sitting in a room. They're sitting in a room. There's some music on, I guess.
Seems fun though.
Yeah, it would be a great time. But I'm just saying, to do that every single day of your life, which is basically what a GM does, it's different. Fantasy football is awesome. There's really no repercussions. But whenever you're doing it, you have to love it. Like, he has to love what he does. You watch film just all day, every day on people. You think he watches interviews on people?
Yeah, it's part of the
sure.
process.
I bet it
Like
is.
in the film room, can you get me his media availability after week 14, but he had a bad game? And he turned on the video, he's like, oh, motherfucker. Well, he gets angry.
Imagine if you had Dr. Phil, though, right next to him.
Oh, my God.
Break it down.
Have Dr. Phil right next to him?
I'm sure somebody's watching.
angry after the game. I'm trying to find out your headspace when it comes to tackle football.
I didn't know you had that.
I don't. It's not really a great one.
yeah, that was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
I thought Dr. Phil's were next to me.
That was pretty good. Huge shout out to Chris Ballard. That might be the greatest GM conversation in the history of NFL GMs.
sure.
I don't think there's
I
any
would
margin.
guarantee.
We should maybe get an NFL honors award for that.
Definitely.
We love awards.
It's long overdue.
Love an award.
Oh, yeah.
We would love an award.
Just one.
Prestigious
One award.
We'll build a shelf for it.
Right over there.
Put it right up there in the lobby, in the main
over
lobby.
Probably right here.
Up there. Yeah. That's what I meant to say.
Zito just pointed at every wall in the studio.
I know you can build shelves on windows.
Here's something interesting.
Suction cups.
I'm interested.
That would work.
It would actually work, yeah.
There's actually a lot of window shelves that happen out there.
What else is interesting?
Well, it's funny you ask. Because studies,
Yeah.
you ever heard of them?
Oh, yeah. Scientific
Tufts
ones?
Part
University
of 'em.
does a lot of studies. Tufts.
TUFFS.
I had a friend that grew up on Tough Street.
Oh, yeah.
The further down you lived, the tougher you were. He lived at the end of the road.
Pretty tough.
Yeah.
He ran into a guy that grew up on Gritty Street.
Oh, how far down did he live?
Bad day.
Cul-de-sac end of it.
Jeez.
Gritty guy killed tough guy
Every day of the week.
every day of the fucking week.
Gritty sacks.
Twice.
Studies show that security systems deter burglars.
They do.
That's true.
It's a fact. But there's still a burglary every 8 seconds in America.
My God. Right now.
One,
Happening right now.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Got
That's
the
a
jewels.
shame.
Damn it. Got the jewels.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Artwork.
Give me your
Thank
dog.
you.
Not
Another one.
again.
There goes a kid.
The new big screen.
How does that happen? Well, think about it. Do burglars give up just because some houses have security systems? Of course not. They just find a house that isn't protected. That's why securing your home is truly a necessity. So let me recommend this brilliant security system built by my friends at SimpliSafe. Woo! SimpliSafe believes fear has no place
No place.
in a place like home.
Not up in here.
So they made their security system ridiculously smart. SimpliSafe sensors will protect every point of access to your home. Doors, windows, garage, you name it. If a burglar even tries to break in, an ear-shattering siren will let them know the police already on their way. Phew.
Let's go.
That's great.
Better beat it, pal.
Best of all, SimpliSafe's 24/7 monitoring is just $14.99 a month.
That's pretty nice.
Less than $15 for a little sense of security. Damn. More than 3 million people already know how it feels to feel good, to fear less with SimpliSafe.
Very tough.
Huh? So go with the only home security that I trust, that we trust. SimpliSafe by going to simplisafe.com/McAfee. Go today and get free shipping and a 60-day money-back guarantee. That's simplisafe.com/MCAFEE for the home security that we all trust. simplisafe.com/McAfee.
Safe and simple.
I have it in my house. It's really, really nice.
We have it in the office. It's very, very nice.
Never fails. We capture the shot every stinking time.
That's what we do. Had an entire business meeting today while I just drained like 7, 8 threes. Shout out SimpliSafe for always watching over me.
Always. Right over your shoulder.
Not good for the pub normally that those cameras work.
Not always.
No, not great.
A lot of losses.
Not a lot to take from the pub, though.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Another loss for the pub.
Another.
It's a different counter.
We live in a world where we have access to data that gives us more personal insights into who we are.
God, I love data.
What's more personalized than your DNA? Now we can turn to our genetics for personalized health traits and more. 23andMe allows you to go beyond ancestry to access more personalized insights about you based on your DNA. With more than 125 genetic reports, you can even gain insights about your health, traits, and more. Receiving your personalized genetic reports is just the beginning of this whole thing. You can take the next steps by talking to your healthcare provider or considering lifestyle changes like adjusting your sleep habits or caffeine consumption.
Think about.
Dumb bot.
How about a little deep sleep?
I need it.
I like that.
There's a deep sleep report. If you've always suspected that you feel more sleepy than others after missing out on a night of sleep, you might not be imagining things. Your genes might be involved.
Like blue jeans?
No.
The white ones.
Gene.
Gene jeans.
G-E-N-E-S.
I beg your pardon.
Great question, though, because sometimes a bad pair of jeans.
You can't sleep in them.
You're a psycho if you sleep in jeans.
sleep in
so.
But think about if you have bad genes.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta be real drunk to sleep in jeans.
How about an alcohol flush reaction report? Does alcohol turn your cheeks as pink as a glass of rosé?
Yep.
You may have alcohol flush reaction. Learn about the genetic factors that make it hard for some people to process the alcohol.
Old fucking red-faced drunk.
I turn red face every time.
I feel like that's just, if you're
My
Irish,
genes.
does it
Yeah,
happen?
Probably.
Big
But
Irish
that's
thing.
jeans.
It's a
Irish
big-
jeans.
That'll tell you.
Irish thing.
Those are jeans.
This will tell you.
Yep.
How about the saturated fat and weight report?
Been there.
Are you staring at me?
A saturated fat and weight report can tell you about how your genetics may impact your body's response to your diet, Zito.
Thank you.
Learn if you are likely to weigh more on a diet high in saturated fat, even if you consume the same number of calories as other humans.
Oh, interesting.
I'm a low saturated fat guy.
I'm sure you know that. See what your genes can say about your health traits and more. Buy your Health Plus Ancestry Service Kit today at 23andme.com/PAT. That's the number 23andme.com/PAT. Again, that's 23andme.com/PAT. Incredibly dumb conversation today. You're going to enjoy these next probably hour and a half. We got real loose in here. Is Dr. Phil here?
Well, Dr. Phil likes to go out and talk about people's problems. We have issues in this office. I need to sit with each of you individually and discuss our differences.
Full conversation happened about Dr. Phil later in the show today, and this did not come out until right now. I'm happy that happened. Very relevant and topical. Other than that, this show is going to get good. What we need you to do is send us what you think that bleeped word was.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Send us what you think that bleeped word was from Chris Ballard right there. And if Boston Connor sees that you guessed correct first, we will give you $250 to the store.patmcafee. The first person to get it right gets store.patmcafeeshow.com. For whenever he says they're going to start calling me or they call me, I'm not far away from whatever he said.
At the end.
With the bleep there at the end that made us all die laughing.
They calling me.
$250 to store.patmcafeeshow.com.
It's a lot of dollars.
A lot of dollars. 250 of them.
You can get a lot of stuff.
Good choice.
Boston Connor, by the way, can't read good,
Nope.
Not a good reader.
but he'll be the ones reading your answers. So good luck. We're pulling for you.
You can do it.
Put a hashtag. What'd he say? One more time. That's hashtag. What'd he say?
What did he say?
Get to the car. Foxy, they've been coming after you for that shirt, man.
It's all right, man. It's like a wind sale.
Fucking Zito Singers.
What are you going to do, though? I mean, at least I don't wear the same thing like every single day. At least I'm switching it up for you guys, giving you guys some new ammo,
Oh, what does
giving the
that mean?
office some laughs.
You're such a good guy.
Wear the same thing every
Yep.
single day.
I don't know. Take it how you will.
I'm wearing a fresh shirt right now.
That's a
It's
collector's
collector's
item.
Zito's
item.
stole another shirt because there's only 3 of those things sold. Got a little extra of the dote. Foxy's wearing a brand new shirt today.
Yeah, it's pretty
new?
new. Second time I've worn it.
Did you
Not
order it
here.
online?
I wore it once here, yeah.
With a hoodie on top?
No. straight
Jacket?
up. No.
Something.
Yeah. Long sleeve, something.
Swear.
Tucked it in.
Because you actually commented on it, and
you
you
don't-
said, like, I had a shirt like that, and then we actually talked about how it's like a wind sale, and you're like, I can't wear it anymore.
So you don't try them on at the store at all, huh?
No, I only shop online. Literally only shop
For
online.
those listening at home, Foxy's shirt is it's a boxy shirt.
It's large.
It's very well.
It's on my
It's
Instagram.
wide.
Check it out, Evan_Fox.
Wow.
Good plug. Looks like you spent the night at your boyfriend's and took it home in the morning.
Oh, wow. You did not deserve
Your boyfriend SpongeBob.
Well, I'm a skinny guy.
Zito's on fucking fire.
I'm out of here, guys.
That's a walk-off. Thank you. That's a walk-off.
I got no comments. You win.
Foxy.
Wow.
It's been a rough week for the Fox.
It's all right.
Just getting dominated by Zito's brain right now.
No, that was pretty good, Z. I'll give him a lot of credit.
So let's recap what just happened there.
Let's cut this out.
If Nick says it looks as if you wore your boyfriend's shirt home.
Yep.
Good pop from the crowd.
Yeah.
Good line.
Zito doesn't even let it sit.
Nope.
Powers through the crowd laugh. If said boyfriend that Nick is referring to is SpongeBob SquarePants. What a magical moment in shit talking history right there.
Unbelievable.
He just got tag teamed without even, it was
Yep.
like a boom boom. It was a 2-piece right there. Foxy did not deserve.
Didn't deserve it, but give Zito a lot of credit. He hasn't had a line like that
Oh,
in quite some
yeah.
time.
Whoa.
That's how you know the pub's thriving.
Oh,
That's how you know the pub's close right now.
because-
Vito's dropping hammers on Fox.
Oh yeah.
oh, because one buried the other.
Camaraderie's
Yeah,
never
yeah,
been
yeah,
like
yeah.
this before.
You guys got in third place. You're feeling very good.
Third
about yourself.
place.
Big
Third
Big
place.
third.
Third place.
Yeah, we're feeling pretty good. We're bar shopping, you could say.
Because you are? Or?
Literally and figuratively,
Yeah.
yes.
You guys are the worst.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I
There's
wouldn't
been
say
a-
that. We're
a
actually the
big
third
turn in
best.
this
if you
office.
Starting to
will.
get very insufferable.
This office is taking a big turn at the pub.
What do you mean, like bad?
Yeah. We're like the
why do you
bad guys
think?
now. You guys don't like us.
Yeah, we're the bad boys. We're the bad boys of the heartland.
Bad boys.
Mark it down. Mark it down now.
Oh, Jesus.
Tough to deal with.
Why? What do we do? What
What
was
we
it?
do, Tony?
You're just not the same people you once were.
I don't know.
I don't think you're
Was
the
that,
same person.
was that because you're not on the board anymore? Or?
Ooh,
I never
We did
was.
fire Nick
Oh,
and
but
Diggs.
you
You guys
were.
didn't hear.
Yeah, but nobody knew that. Nobody.
We announced it at Christmas, but yeah, whatever.
Forgot about that.
Forget about Christmas.
What do you want to be a part of the pub again? Is that what it is?
No, I do not.
Not my pub.
Sounds like
I've gone on record and said I will never step foot in that pub again.
But your isn't your jersey in the rafters?
Yeah.
Yep,
it's a Hall of
Jersey's
Fame.
in there. So
I'm
we made a lot
requesting-
of donations
I'm requesting
to that
it
pub.
back.
Cannot.
No.
request denied.
Oh.
Hold on, let's actually vote on it. Zito, Foxy. I think 1, 2, 3. No.
Nay.
No.
Wow, how about that? They said that's ours now, bitch, is what they said.
Board
Yeah,
members.
that's
man.
exactly what we said.
Respect the decision.
The furniture, the liquor, pretty much anything that makes it a bar, we gave them.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
So you guys are basically just a bunch of squatters in a residence that are just receiving gifts to make the place appear as if you live there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do live there. I don't know what you mean by appear.
Oh, what if they don't live there? Have we thought about that?
That is interesting.
Because that place, I mean,
You
you
use the
guys gonna
studio?
shithole?
I mean,
Is that how we would describe the place?
Gritty. I'd say gritty.
I describe it as the nicest shithole you've ever seen.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I think that's a perfect.
It's a college house.
There's Champions Corner.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
Champions
yeah.
Corner.
It's about to get better.
They made the dining room the living room. What clearly was the living room, the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, took Pat's advice on that one. He said the kitchen is where it all happens.
Yep.
Which
So you
is-
got to put the living room in there.
Which is pretty true, I think.
Great
Correct.
advice.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
no dining
Outstanding.
rooms anymore. They're not even
Pointless.
putting them in houses.
That's typically where it all happens. If you have things like clean glasses, ice cubes, liquor, mixers.
Any mixers.
We have that.
We have
Food,
it all.
any food.
Anything.
We got it.
Anything
Milk.
other than just like a half bottle of ketchup. Fucking definitely old ass milk and butter that'll never, like half used, will never get
We
finished.
got those too.
Yeah, that's what we were just I was describing your fridge in my head.
Oh, is that what you were doing?
Yeah, what it looked like. I think there's probably a nice squeak when you open it and close it.
Very nice squeak.
Yeah.
On all the doors too.
Yeah.
Very much enjoy it. Living room is going to be actually blown up into the pub war room. I think.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Oh.
Some more pub grades are coming.
So did you guys think we would do it? Did you think we'd get top three?
Well, I think that's
Oh,
why.
yeah, you had
Yeah, 'cause you
27 items
cheated,
to sell.
That's.
Well, we only counted
You had
two.
your own newsletter. Yeah, you
I-
were going to get top three. Huh?
I was going to comment that I think, honestly, as a third party here, like kind of viewing the thing, that was when the momentum swung opposite of the pub's favor. Whenever, because there's money on the line, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And then the other contestants, some of which didn't have a real chance with their shirts, some did. They feel as if you were potentially given, benefits. Like NCAA would have to crack down and rule that these benefits that you're receiving from multiple shirts being for sale for one thing, an email news blast just 4 or 5
that
hours.
doubled your sales immediately.
So
It was available for anybody.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's good marketing strategy.
It wasn't our idea to send that out. I mean, Gorman wanted to go to trial about
Clearly,
this
it
whole
wasn't
thing.
your idea.
No, Gorman wanted to go to trial, so we went to trial.
Watch yourself. I did not say anything about trial, masshole. I said,
Oh!
I said we should look into it. That's all I said. Look at the text.
Trial
There were
is
questions.
looking into it, I would say.
there was a lot of suspect shit happening out of the pub. It all started when Valerie Fox,
Bless
by the
her
way,
soul.
bless her soul,
Yeah, bless her soul.
the chair mom of the pub, I believe.
Bless her soul.
She bought a lump of shirts,
Fam-
a lump,
family.
a bulk order.
a bulk
A
order.
family-sized order.
Family order.
And everybody was like, wait, are they cooking the books? Nick was like, do I have to just start like calling family members to cheat like the pub is doing? Diggs was like, do I have to go back to the Italian club and be like, hey, we got some fucking guys, Diggs was one.
They would've fixed it.
Todd was even like, maybe we go back to the Marines and maybe
Yeah.
his whole
Get all
family.
those guys
Should've thought
against
about
them.
it.
He was even thinking about getting his Taekwondo teacher whenever he was. Gorm, same thing. And they thought you guys were cheating, and that's when I think everybody turned against you.
I've turned no, Pat.
You're back on the pub
Back
side?
on the
No,
pub.
not on the pub side. I never really was on it or anything, but I'm going to get deep here.
Okay.
The love that your mother has for her son to get a new bar in a place that she lives out of state.
Yeah.
That's motherly love.
I agree.
Kinda touches
100%
me a
agree.
little bit.
Also,
Let's not take away. It's a good looking fucking shirt. I mean, it's a good looking
it's a
fucking
shirt.
shirt.
Thank you,
It's a
Todd.
good shirt.
I'm gonna give you that.
Also, I'd like to add, I know why Diggs is mad, and Gorman actually
wait
brought
to
this
hear
point
about
up. His dad is a member of the pub, so we are getting that love,
And his brother as
Diggs
well.
is not getting that love, and so he feels a little.
I'm 30 years old. I've
lost.
never got a year of love, so I don't know why now. It's
Something to think about.
It's not true. Diggs has incredible parents, but is that the reason you're not stepping foot in that place? Because old coach fucking bought a
no,
pub?
he's ignorant to what goes on here, so he does what he does. Listen,
Italian club
He
shirts
knows
coming out
not
soon.
what he does.
Wait.
I'll never question that man.
Shouldn't?
Oh, wait,
Can't.
you will never question him?
No way.
Well, because his shirt is also hanging in the pub, my friend. Also retired in the
God.
pub, right next to yours.
Yeah, what
So
does that have to do with anything?
Who's all up there in that shitty ass house, that fucking condemned looking ass house? That
Get 'em.
bed, but it's getting you though.
We have Connor's jersey from high school.
Which one? Which
Football.
one? Which high school?
Which one?
45.
Which team did he quit from?
school I graduated from. I have the other jersey, but we're not going to put that one up.
Yeah, you're a starter and a finisher. We get it. You're a
Yeah.
closer. Yeah, high school. Most people.
And then we have Zito's football jersey from high school.
Away.
What number?
2-3.
2-3.
Just like Jordan.
Why'd you point up? Is he
Z,
dead?
we're in the 2-3.
Is
The
that
only
North?
center in the league to wear 23.
Tight end. Very flex center, by the way.
Quick feet Z with the number
You'd be
20.
helpful pulling guard seat.
Oh my God!
I
Be like
basically did.
Quentin Nelson.
And then we have the A-Train's jersey from high
Yeah.
school.
Get off the tracks.
Lord.
And then right next to that is Coach Diggs.
Yep.
And then we have Phil Main's hockey jersey, plum hockey jersey up there, right?
Is he still coaching that fucking high school?
I don't know.
We played hockey today in the office.
He couldn't even coach me.
Well, there was a competition happening. I don't think there was much
In
coaching.
his defense, I mean,
Yeah, not a lot of people could probably coach you, Z.
Right.
What do you mean?
You're special.
Oh, thanks.
No problem, man.
Only 6 times in the net in my life. Just saying.
So Zito dressed up in full hockey goalie garb, and we had a little bit of a competition for him to potentially win a new battery for his Kia since he lost it the last day of the weight loss challenge to Todd McComas.
And I lost it again to myself
Yeah,
in the pub.
yeah. You had a rough go. So today we're like, you know what? It's time for what is it? What is it called? Deck ball? What do people call it?
Deck hockey.
duck hockey, ball hockey,
Ball hockey.
street hockey.
Ball hockey.
Hockey.
We call it deck hockey where we're from.
Yeah.
But I don't think everybody calls it deck
Street.
hockey.
Street hockey is what we call it.
Ball hockey.
Ball hockey, all those things. Zeke goes in net. He
Brave.
takes shots from A Train.
Get off the tracks.
All aboard.
That's Diggs' new nickname, by the way. A Train.
Choo-choo.
Get off the tracks.
off the tracks.
That's his entire nickname. A Train. Choo choo.
Get off the tracks. ...
Get off the tracks. I can't wait for somebody to see him in public.
St. Paddy's Day.
Get off the track!
Get off the tracks.
He was shooting. My brother Jason McAfee was shooting.
Great shot, by the way.
Had a nice little cross up on Zeke. They each got to shoot 2 balls, but you get it. There was 12 of them, though. Nick and Phil, though, are like real hockey people.
Yep.
So when Nick was shooting these fucking deck hockey balls, he hits it. Like he can shoot. You're a world champion?
Yeah,
WC.
Yeah.
World champion ball hockey player. That's an actual factual statement.
it's documented.
It's documented. You got the medal and everything.
What country were you in when you won it?
Italy.
Italy? Yeah. Daya.
I mean, we should definitely
Beautiful.
look into
Beautiful
that.
town.
I mean, history kind of sometimes exposes itself. You winning in Italy is definitely a...
Hey, we went through the Slovaks,
Some would
we
say
went through the
it's-
Czechs, we went through Canada,
Some would say it's destiny.
and we went through the Slovaks again.
So the Slovaks were in the gold medal round?
Yeah,
Canada was in the semis?
divers, man, they love to dive.
Oh, like floppers?
Yeah,
Oh.
big time.
Oh, my God. How old were you?
20.
Let's go. Anyways, he's got a shot. He played defense in the ball hockey league. People would pass him balls, and he would just shoot it. Him and Jens Farley. We're just snipers back here.
I was a defensive defenseman. I always just gave the ball to Jens Farley and he'd hammer it home.
He's a long stick.
Okay. Well,
knew my role.
in here, you got a rocket.
Yeah.
You,
That's all right.
you got an
hard.
absolute
Nice.
rocket here.
Fucking clapper.
And Phil is a hockey coach.
Played at Pitt.
Played in college, coached to college. He's got a little bit of a shot. It came down to one shot. Came down to one shot. If Zito saves it from Phil, it's the last shot. Phil actually missed on purpose to give him
Give him a chance.
a chance.
A little drama.
Yep.
Is that what happened?
If Zito stops this shot from the top of an NBA key, free battery, brand new battery for the Kia. He doesn't have to jump it every single time he wants to drive somewhere.
Yeah.
Phil goes, yeah, let's do. Phil did not doubt himself one time. He hit a slap shot, the fastest slap shot I think I've ever seen, top right corner, and it was just like the fucking Daria opening. It was just like Zito, like just do it, and then took off all of his clothes and walked it off. And you will, honestly, he alpha'd the fuck out of you.
I will say my leg was cramping. It was my hammy, and I had something in my eye. No excuses, though. No
That
excuses.
seems pretty convenient. No excuses though.
No excuses. I take full ownership of what happened. I thought he was going to go. No, that was glove side.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he beat you
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's fancy. He went
For the
close
right
side.
pass.
Oh, I was thinking my left. Sorry.
Oh, because you're goalie.
Yeah, I thought you would do it to my.
Yeah.
It was your left.
Yeah, it's top right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So
Yep.
to the left, you got me.
Yep.
But yeah, I thought I could have got it. That thing in my contact though was really bad. I had to take it out, but
No
we're good
excuses.
now. No excuses though.
No excuses.
These guys are winding up from 23 feet away. Literally, think about that.
Slappers.
23 feet away is what I was marking it off at.
What are they called? Clap bombs?
Oh.
They were legitimately full swing slap shots at Zito just standing there.
Something for the record as
with
well.
one tiny little pad on his chest and cornhole bags on his dick.
2 of them fell out, and I was kind of scared about that. But I'm going to say maybe 75% of the goalies in the NHL cannot stop half those shots.
I don't know if
That's a good stat. That's a good stat.
Anytime you start throwing numbers around, that's when people know you're right. You know what I mean, Z?
Maybe 68. I don't know.
I know who couldn't. Matt Murray probably could.
I mean, until I shoot on an
last
NHL
night,
goalie, I'm not going to rule it
back,
out.
baby.
That's what I'm saying.
the Pens are going to make the playoffs.
Pens are back.
Pens are going to make the playoffs and probably go ahead and win another Stanley Cup.
Bet on them every game here on out.
You don't want to see the Pittsburgh Penguins coming in at the 8th seed.
You
What?
don't.
If you're Tampa Bay, you're
Which-
shaking in your boots.
Which month is the Penguins month?
This
March
month.
of the Penguins.
There it is. That should be a shirt, by the way.
I'll write it down.
Should be a
Think
shirt.
about it.
Hockey guy.
March of the hockey guy.
I mean,
Think about it.
it's a little corny.
What was that?
It's a little corny.
Not if you do it correctly.
March of the Penguins.
It's all in the delivery, bro.
Corny, huh?
Hey, Todd, will you say March of the Penguins in a non-corny way?
Yeah. March of the Penguins.
Oh,
Wow. I got
Did you hear? Tell
Said it
me
like Bradley
something.
Cooper did.
My head thing was just one.
Todd unplugged it from the wall.
I did.
No, the yellow one, Todd. The yellow one.
oh no, Todd, one shot. Oh,
Jeez Louise.
I
Todd got so fucking excited.
Tell me something, girl.
Oh, he unplugged his already.
I'll tell you what a magical moment that is. Hey, that's Todd, that's not your fault. There's another outlet not right behind you, but definitely one that can reach somewhere else. That is not your fault. I enjoyed the excitement there.
The court set up in this studio is
We're building a new studio.
Elaborate.
There's a lot of things that have been decided.
Oh, so many fucking changes to come.
Yeah, it is.
It's exciting.
I don't want to say
I'm gonna make a change.
There's a VCR.
gonna make it right. They're suing for $100 million. Michael, the Jackson estate is suing for
Really?
$100
Who are they?
million.
Who?
For what?
That documentary, they said HBO. It might be HBO. I'm not
I'm
sure.
gonna talk about they're suing for Miguel Jackson.
No, not yet. They're coming for him though too. If they lose this one, just know that. Oh, there are a lot of changes coming. Excited for it. I like to think that a good trait of mine is, hey, if we want to get from A to B, okay, whether B is a physical geographic place, a metaphorical place for a whatever,
Or a battery gotta jump.
a goal or whatever. I think. Oh, what was that?
A battery got to jump.
B, yeah.
Yep.
I'm not.
It's just
They really didn't have
8 points.
I don't think that was
8.0.
exactly on the. But yeah,
I have to get somewhere. That's B or C.
yeah. So I think I am a pretty efficient person at figuring out, okay, how's the fastest way to get there, right? Like I'm not a very patient human. I'm like, yo, let's get to there. That's why I think a lot of things happen for me. You know, if I see something isn't happening, I'm like, this probably isn't going to work out. Let's go somewhere else. I think we have the way to get to the B the fastest, and I think it's going to be the most entertaining way to do it.
Yep.
I'm very excited about it.
I'm very excited.
We got some real cooking going on behind the scenes here.
Yeah.
When these cameras and microphones are off, like when Todd unplugs them, there's a lot of shit happening in here. It's pretty cool, too. I'm very excited. WWE stuff's crazy, too. I honestly have no idea what's going to happen with any of that. I have no idea.
how could you?
Figure it
I don't think they do either, but they're equally as excited to have you as you are to be a part of their thing.
Yeah.
Hey,
You
they-
can tell it every time they talk.
They do. That is the place that I feel like has most enjoyed my presence.
Yes.
I feel like they just sit in a meeting and people are like, "So what are we gonna have Pat do?" And I feel like Triple H is okay. You know what? I don't know, but it's gonna be fucking
Whatever he
awesome.
wants.
I hope so.
Whatever
I don't
he
know if
wants
that's
is the
case.
answer.
But they are very, very nice. They've treated me very, very well. They put my video of me sawing down a crowd. A lot of people were like, "Oh, the WWE is saying this," and I appreciate that they're automatically assuming. But like Foxy and I, we thought of that video, and I did not think they were going to let that video. Like we're just shooting stuff, sending it to them, and then figuring out whether or not they'll let it go. The fact that they let that ride, I thought was one of the coolest things WWE has done in a long time.
Absolutely.
That is off-brand for them.
That crowd deserved it too, but
They did.
they were not good.
It was like WWE saying, like, hey, we're a very large business. We are very successful. But there's this idiot that we hired to make content. And he seemed to think this. And by the way, if you want to bury, I think they were like, if you want to bury him for this, go ahead and bury him.
Sure. They got no problem with that.
And it was a cool, it was just a cool intro to the whole relationship.
Absolutely.
One take, by the way.
Of course.
Always.
One take. The popcorn, I did land it on the first take.
Yeah.
But the guy wasn't shooting. They had nice cameras. The guy wasn't shooting at the proper angle, so he asked me to do it again. I missed one. Then I made the
2
next.
out of 3 of those.
This is
Strong.
PMI. I mean, one take is what we do.
That's exactly right. And they had practices happening in the building.
Yeah,
so
it's pretty cool.
I walk into them practicing, like training,
Yeah.
and then I just start screaming in the middle of it, in the middle of everything on the bleachers. I'm like, I wonder what these people are fucking thinking. None of them said a word really to me, and I just walked out. It was just like we came in for 3 minutes, and then I yelled, and then we walked out. And I was like, I wonder what they're thinking in there.
Standard day. Just standard day in WWE.
That guy with is that a Bob Ross t-shirt? They're all so nice, man. They really are all too nice. I had a full conversation with Scotty Too Hottie. Those who don't know who Scotty Too Hottie is, he was the guy that did the worm back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
In the WWF, I believe. Was the time.
Great hair.
He had great hair. He was a hilarious.
What's he up to nowadays?
He's training down there. He trains people down there.
Oh, really?
Nice guy too.
Very.
Like full-time gig trainer? He's like there
Yeah,
every day?
he's a
Oh,
coach.
wow, good for
They have
him.
different classes and stuff there. It's like they're really trying to take care of the business for a long time. They're like, let's make you do things right.
Yeah.
And it's really fucking awesome to see. Then the NXT people that I've got to meet and hang out with and talk, they're all getting called up to the main roster now. So did you see their entrances versus everybody else's entrances?
Oh yeah.
Aleister Black comes out from underneath the stage with smoke like it's fucking like huge, and then he's going against Kevin Owens, or Kevin Owens walks out, is just walking out from behind. I'm like, yo, these entrances from the NXT guys are next level. It is.
I mean, that's one of the best parts about it, is the entrance.
It's huge.
Just walking out
yeah.
is such a huge missed opportunity.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially when you're there live. I mean, that's a fucking show.
That's what I'm talking about.
Aleister Black's felt like a new version of The Undertaker, too.
Yeah.
Like
Correct.
the whole music, the whole vibe, it was awesome.
The way that you listen to the commentators talk about how they're like selling his story, right? Because they're trying to intro him to people that might not know NXT.
Yeah.
And listening to it, it's like, oh man, they're really trying to like get him over quick. They're trying to push him pretty quick.
They
It's
should.
awesome.
He's good.
He's talented,
He is.
man. He's the Ricochet dude, a lunatic as well.
Oh, yeah.
I told him to his face, I thought he was the best athlete on planet Earth, and he said, I don't know about that. If you think about their travel schedule, their everything, like the day to day, the ability to still do what he does athletically without his body getting sore or tight or pulling or anything like that. I honestly think he's one of the best athletes in the world. He does Cirque du Soleil shit while traveling around the country in the back of a car, living in a hotel. It's like
So the same as Cirque du Soleil.
So
I think his
know.
response was like, "What about like LeBron James or something?"
and I was like, LeBron couldn't do near the shit you could do, and he said, "Well, I couldn't do near the stuff he could do." I was like,
And he
fair point.
He doesn't throw his teammates under the bus all the time either.
Hey, hey. By the way, WWE Kevin Owens comes in, takes Kofi Kingston, a friend of the show spot. We're not happy about it.
Nope, not
We're
at all.
not happy about it.
No.
The New Day came in here and did some really cool shit.
Awesome.
They were
It's
awesome.
fun.
Yeah.
I do find Kevin Owens as a hilarious individual. He did the Stone Cold Stunner. But hey, we're Kofi Kingston people here.
Absolutely, for sure.
Yeah, not that guy that hates SUVs.
Correct.
Daniel Bryan.
We love
That's a
SUVs.
weird move.
Like, bro, you think me driving this SUV is going to stop a goddamn volcano that's really just cooking that ozone of ours? Have you ever been on a helicopter in Hawaii? It's just cooking, man. You might as well just left the stove on. That's what the Earth did. The Earth left the stove on. That's what a volcano
And
is.
they didn't even know, too. They don't even know where the lava is.
No.
Left it on, don't even know they left it on.
Please, I don't think there's any hope to save that ozone if that's really what's happening. If it is
No
from
way.
cows farting, remember that was a big thing.
No,
They're like-
we solved this.
Oh, methane.
We solved this.
They're like, well, if the cows fart and if you drive cars and all this stuff, I agree. I'm all about let's save the ozone, but I don't know how that volcano
Didn't we
isn't
solve it? It's friction from all the people walking on the earth.
Body
Yeah.
heat, no extra body heat,
Body heat.
overpopulation.
overpopulation.
And the friction.
Well, and I always, to my credit, I've always said the reason is rocket ships go puncture holes.
Yep.
Correct.
So that's
They
not
puncture
helping.
holes in it, and then whenever the Earth's core gets hotter, it heats up and melts the stuff from underneath.
Correct.
Yeah.
So leave the back door open.
That by far is one of your most sound theories yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Thank
on
you.
board.
We're all on the same page on this one.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to do with SUVs.
No.
That's what we're saying.
That's what I've been saying.
Or hairspray.
I'll tell you what, I could see how hairspray could be a
Maybe
problem, though, because you just put a lighter up there and just spray. There's some real shit that happens. Those days were fun back in the day when you learned you could do that.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
Did the spiders. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, when I lived on a farm, dude,
You do that?
I would go through cans of my mom's hairspray doing that. I would just walk through the barn.
Elon
Where's all my
Musk.
fucking hairspray?
You had a lot of friends growing up, huh?
Did that to Stretch Armstrong with Robbie Allerton.
You did?
Yeah. Oh, it was bad.
You guys know what a Stretch Armstrong
Oh,
is?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Putty, old putty
Fucking
body.
Greatest
My
toy
dad
ever.
told me he put one in the microwave one time.
Stretch Armstrong?
Yeah.
I got no idea what a stretch Armstrong
What
is.
is that?
That makes sense.
Zito, would you like to tell your millennial roommate?
It's a toy that you can stretch out.
No, you got no idea.
What was his name?
Stretch Armstrong.
You got no idea what Stretch Armstrong was or is. And it
Yeah,
shows.
it sounds like Gumpy. Or like
Whoa,
the
Gumpy, we just
not
hired
Gumpy.
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 Gumpy can't even get
Gumpy.
into America.
Gumby, thank you.
We can't even get Gumpy into America.
Yeah, it's
Stretch
tough.
Armstrong was a wrestler.
Yeah.
And he had, just wrestling
Whoa.
like
Briefs on,
briefs on or whatever. He was a muscle guy, and you had his jelly in him, and you could stretch him
Yeah.
out different things. And he fought like a green monster guy.
And
Something
won.
was his back. Yes.
Oh, okay.
The Green Monster was Gumby.
Yeah.
How far did you guys stretch him?
I never had
Pretty
one.
far.
I know what it is, but I
I didn't know one either. It looked boring.
I don't know. I
Quite
couldn't.
honest.
They weren't very safe either. I think they weighed like 20 pounds.
They were. They were
you-
heavy, yeah.
I knocked my
was
sister
good
out
by
with them.
You might be a redneck if you knock your sister in a CTE protocol with a Stretch Armstrong in the trailer. Todd, what a life you lived. You should write a book, Todd.
You really should, dude.
It would be cool to do a thing. We should do a documentary on like toys that existed that like should have killed us.
Tickle me
We had
elbow.
some
I think should have
dangerous
made
fucking
everybody
toys
should have
back then.
committed
Fucking
suicide
all
with
of
that
them.
thing.
Wheelies.
Oh, dude.
The Healy shoes.
Oh, those were awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Those were death traps.
Yep.
I remember I put my friend's pair of wheelies on, and I was so confused on why he liked them. I was like, why do we like this thing? And I was like trying to do the wheelie thing, and I almost ate shit. And then I had to walk to him, and I was like walking like I had heels on. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here? And then you see like those skater kids get them, and they're like fucking grinding. And I'm like, bro, I guess you and I had different shoes.
You guys had jarts, right? The lawn darts?
Oh God.
No.
Those things were a
I think they were illegal.
Yeah, they're probably illegal.
Yeah, you guys
Outlaw,
killed somebody with that. We couldn't fucking play because you guys.
You would chase each other with them. Yeah, you could throw them a mile. They were so aerodynamic, but so long
weight
and
on one
pointy
end, yeah.
and heavy. Yeah.
What was it, like a Nerf ball?
It was a Nerf vortex with a spike
Imagine,
on it.
it was. Imagine the Nerf vortex
Yeah.
with a metal
It's
spike
metal,
at the
yeah.
end for sticking in the
And
ground.
heavy too. It had
You
some. I
could
mean,
just
yeah.
whip it and
Awesome.
It's cornhole on the grass. It was great.
you could go 80 yards easy.
You guys,
No problem.
You guys killed a few people.
Oh, yeah, a lot of
yeah.
kids died with
yeah.
us.
Yeah, you can buy that.
A lot of kids.
By the way, the stories you're hearing from are from the two olds of the group. Todd McComas, Jeffrey Gorman. They don't look old, but they just proved they were. You guys literally killed people. That's why we couldn't play that game.
A lot. Seatbelts and shit too.
Hey, we talked about this the other day.
You got me on that one. I had to think about that driving home a couple of days ago. I'm like, motorcycles, no seatbelt.
No
What's the contradiction here?
So
you know what I mean?
In a car,
Right.
you can get pulled over.
No seat.
You can get pulled,
Hilarious.
and they said they even gave like a commercial one time. They're like, cops are being trained to see whether or not you're wearing your seatbelt.
Click it or ticket.
Yeah, click it or ticket was an entire thing. I'm like, these motherfuckers are what, looking at my left shoulder to see if there's something going?
Yeah,
like, what is
the
the
fuck?
training? And then I get a motorcycle.
Just,
Okay, what do I have to? You have to wear glasses. Oh, not even a helmet? No, just your glasses. I'm like, there's no seatbelt. There's no helmet. I just have to wear fucking rec specs. and I can go just as fast as a car. Where if I don't have a goddamn leather strap across my shoulder in the middle of a 1 ton of metal, I can get pulled over and get a ticket out of my life. It makes none of the rules make
It's
sense.
the craziest thing
Not-
ever
none
that
of-
we have to wear a seatbelt.
Can we make that a T-shirt?
What I just said there?
Just a seatbelt across your chest.
To wear while driving. I do not.
I got to put my driving shirt on.
I would like to say I do understand. Yeah, I put it on so I don't have to put my seatbelt on. Yeah, but you're putting a shirt on. It's a little bit more. No, it's not the seatbelt though.
Trust me.
Yeah, it's a little.
That's
bit,
why a lot of people will clip it behind them because from behind or face, if you're facing the car as you pass, it looks like you have the shirt.
How impossible is it when you're driving by to see a guy wearing a seatbelt?
You just look for that little space, the little V created by the,
Oh, it was a fear
seatbelt going over
campaign.
your thing.
It was
Yeah,
propaganda.
It was fear mongering.
Not this
Textbook.
I do the people do the do the click
They
around.
say some people do that.
Yeah. In the vet, it almost came back to literally bite me in the ass because I did it and the thing was so tight. It was a brand new car. So it was sticking straight up, like basically in the middle of the seat because I left it clicked from the night before. So it pulls it back whenever the click thing isn't used to it. And that thing, I felt like I was almost penetrated because I didn't even look at it. I was like worried about getting down so low, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And I had to do the. So it's not all glitz and glamour for the non-buckers.
No.
I'm not. I understand that there is benefits to wearing a seatbelt, but I am not a seatbelt person. I do too much moving. I do too much moving while driving. There's too much going on for me.
It doesn't save. Nobody really knows
See,
that shit. You know what I mean? Nobody knows.
Yeah, what is that dummy? That little test dummy in that wall? I'm sure there's stats that prove.
I'm sure there are.
But what if it gets on fire? What if it catches on fire and melts the thing? Then you can't get it off.
That's why you gotta have a knife in your
Yeah, you need a tool.
You got.
Oh, okay. So now I need a seatbelt and a knife.
I have a 3-in-1 tool. It's a flashlight. It's a window buster, and you can unscrew it.
Yeah, it's actually very nice.
Wow. You have that in the car?
Oh,
right
yeah.
now?
Oh, yeah.
And a gun.
Have to.
Not anymore.
Well, the gun.
You think that guy that stole the gun picked that knife thing up? It was like,
I can't believe he didn't take it. It's unbelievable. Like the
Sounds
most
cool.
by far the most valuable thing in my car.
Yeah, that's an incredible little tool you got.
Yeah.
Watching Dateline, a lot of
I
cars.
bought it the same day I bought a life straw.
Really?
Oh, just you were in a big survivor mode.
Yeah.
Is a life straw in the car too?
Wait, hold on.
Life straw's in my go
How
bag.
high were you that you thought the world was ending and you needed a fucking survivor straw?
Definitely during the time that I was watching a lot of what's called Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Same time period you bought an AR-15.
Yep, exactly the same time period.
You said you were on record as saying
That was a good sales month.
Well, you were on record as saying that you don't understand how people watch shows and not adapt to
correct.
the character.
Yeah.
You've said that.
So Walking
I'm with you
Dead,
on that.
I
I'm
bought
with
an
you on
AR, the knife gun, the knife blast thing. And,
You are
life
legitimately
straw.
the perfect audience for most things.
Yeah, you are.
oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
I'm very easily taken advantage of.
When I was on the dive team, we used to train. We'd dive down like cars that were put in a quarry or something, and you would take your dive knife, put it in the corner of the window post, like it's near the side view mirror, and you would get in there and you would twist, and underwater the glass would like break perfectly, just shatter, and you could reach in. And the idea was, well, you do that, and then you can reach in and save the person, pull them out. I'm like, well, that'd be perfect for whenever I happen to be driving my car in complete scuba gear and witness a car go into a quarry. Never going to be in this scenario and save anybody. Idiots.
Oh man, I'm so thankful you guys are giving me this.
I just got so jealous when you called it a dive knife that I didn't become a scuba diver and get one myself.
That was the coolest thing
You
about
guys
being
ever
a
see my dive
diver.
knife?
Strapped on your leg.
Sam and I thought about getting into scuba.
You should do it once.
great, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you licensed or
Everybody
whatever?
should do it once.
It's been too many years, but yeah, I was.
My brother is.
You can go do like a day thing, like on a
I heard
vacation.
it's
you can
awesome.
train
Yeah.
pretty quickly.
A guy that I work with is a diehard over at the World Wrestling Entertainment.
Oh yeah.
Diehard scuba diver, loves it. Like goes, yeah. And I had a full conversation with him about how oh my eardrum, and then found out that it's just super waxy. Yeah. I still haven't tried it, by the way. After over a decade of being scared shitless of getting in the water and having 2 weeks of my life ruined, it's gonna have to be something special for me to get in there.
Plus,
And-
don't forget to get certified. You got to take everything off. You got to take the thing out of your mouth, and then you have to settle yourself, and then put everything back on.
In the water
Before
while
you-
you're down there.
in the pool, right?
the
They do
pool.
these
Yeah,
at
yeah.
resorts. I see them always
Yeah,
at resorts,
yeah.
like scuba certified things.
Yeah, that's easy.
It's not bad.
But I guess there's backup plans on backup plans down there. Like if your thing doesn't work, there's another tank. There's entire thing. I didn't know that.
I would fucking hope.
Well, no, in my head, I thought it was just we
That's
got
it?
one
That's all
pipe.
you got?
We got one thing because you always see the pictures. There's just one little thing coming out. I'm like, I don't know who built that thing. But I don't know him or her, and I don't trust them enough to just fucking make sure that they did their job tidy enough. What if it was Zito building that fucking tube? And if it's a you get it,
It wouldn't
tool,
break.
huh?
It's you get it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It'll probably be dead though, and that's that moment. But he said no. There's like backup plans on top of backup plans.
Plus, like a instructor, I assume if you do it on a vacation or something goes with you, they're probably
Just like
experts.
skydiving.
I'm intrigued by this. You think a lot of people have scuba dived? A lot more people than I think have scuba dived? Because in the room here, it was what, 3 people just said, yeah, I've done it before.
It feels like a vacation thing. I feel like people scuba dive all the time. Just
So
for
people vacation by diving into the ocean, so we probably know a little bit more about the ocean than we do.
Space dive.
Because I've never been at a resort and they're like,
We've gone to a spacewalk on a
you want to
resort?
go certified to go to space real
Yeah.
quick?
I don't think it's ever happened.
no, I don't think you can do that.
I don't think it's ever
Get
happened.
certified to go to the moon.
Even at the all-inclusives.
I don't. Yeah,
They don't offer
even
it.
4 Seasons.
Yeah, even at the Four Seasons, they didn't offer it to yours.
I was there. No, they did not say, "Hey, do you want to go to space?"
well, it's quite expensive. We can't just give it to everybody, guys.
But I was just looking. I was just looking at the ocean though.
Not everybody.
Yeah.
I was just, and I saw what humpback whales were doing to each other down there. They travel down, and I learned that I ain't never seen 2 aliens fucking up there.
Nope.
Well,
No.
scuba diving is kind of like going to the moon, because space and the ocean are basically the same size, right?
Oh,
Are they the same?
I think that's kind of how.
Are they the same?
Well, there's people that say we know more about space than the ocean,
Yeah.
and those
but-
people would be.
I can't.
That doesn't
draw
make
space.
sense.
Yeah.
Space is bigger than the ocean, though.
Yeah,
the ocean.
I mean, space is infinite. They say.
Oh,
Like, it
okay.
goes on forever. Yeah.
Infinite.
Yeah,
There's
so-
oceans in space that we know nothing about.
Good point.
Oh,
Yeah.
Good point.
I
Complete
didn't know.
oceans. It's interesting.
Ocean, though.
yeah, they're on planets that we know a lot about.
Every day, it's a new thing. Isn't a planet? I feel like
Yeah,
every
that was
day.
once. They changed the classification, then they decided, no, this doesn't meet what we consider
Call
a
it
planet.
by its
so-
name. It's Pluto.
Yeah. Well, it turns out this is just a gas ball.
Whoa, dude.
No respect.
I just updated my computer, and I haven't updated this in what years probably.
I updated that last year.
Yeah, but for every week it always pops up, and I do the remind me tomorrow. I've done remind me tomorrow.
yeah. Oh, my
for
God.
no less than
Yeah.
a year with this fucking computer. I just updated it here. It took 3 hours. Like
Oh, yeah.
I updated it while we were doing the Chris Ballard interview. It just finished.
Honestly, that's probably one of Apple's biggest flaws. Like, remind me in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Remind me
why
in a
every
week.
day?
Why are you so fucking needy, bro? I just said no yesterday. What do you think?
Because they want to bog your shit down. So
No
buy
means
more.
no.
Well, this is the first thing. I log in. I get back. I had to log in computer, then Apple ID. 2 different logins, by the way. Had to dive back into the old memory bank for what year I signed this thing up and what was my password at that time.
Armbar.
Haven't done this in a long 1, 2, 3. Dixie.
Dude, what the fuck?
It's A-Train now.
A-Train. A-Train. Get off the tracks.
There was. Couldn't remember it.
Anyways, the first thing that pops up, they haven't even let me get back into my thing yet.
That's the worst.
I signed in both, and the first thing that pops up is help Apple and app developers improve their products and services
Not
automatically.
today. Not today.
Use Mac Analytics with Apple. Help Apple improve its products and services by automatically sending diagnostics and usage data. Diagnostic data may include location information and what are we talking about?
Mr. Jobs would not
Don't
allow
send them your
this.
diagnostics.
I
Don't
didn't
do
get
it.
any of that.
Yeah, but this is them just telling us like, hey, by the way, what we have been doing before, but since the Cambridge thing happened, now we feel like we should at least tell you.
I do the diagnostics all the time.
Yeah, you would.
Well, here, hold on. This one is share crash data with app developers. Help app developers improve their apps by allowing Apple to share
I mean,
crash.
I'm sure it would, but
Yeah, that's what they tell you.
Yeah, well, who knows? They're
Did you ever hear
definitely-
back
That's
from
what
them?
they're really doing.
Look, there's no option. There might be no other option.
You gotta say yes.
you don't have to.
No, I just hit continue.
This is America. You could do
Oldest
whatever you
scam in the biz. Classic. Trying to get your information.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to do. This is like, can you get your email so in case you want to return something? Those fucking stores.
want. Yeah.
This gas station shit got to end, by the way. I
Well,
talked about this the other day.
what are we talking about?
I'm
What?
tired of it. I go through a whole goddamn Wonderlic to get gas. I got to tell them my area code. I got to tell them my zip code. I got to tell them if I want a car wash. It's 14 degrees. Don't want a fucking car wash. They got to tell me if I want a receipt. Then I got to type in this and that. And then it's finally like, okay, now you can go. And my shit doesn't work. My shit doesn't stay. My thingy doesn't stay.
Tough life.
On the gas pump.
What's that?
On the gas pump, it doesn't stay when you're filling up the gas. You got to hold the whole time.
Yeah, but somebody sent me a thing that said put the gas
the gas cap.
cap in there.
Yeah.
Capless truck.
Yeah, our Ford F-150s don't have a
Capless thing. I'm out there with my jorts, 14-degree weather, just holding that thing. Watching everybody just judge me, too. Just put the thing in. It
Don't
doesn't
have
work.
a cap,
They know.
fucker.
It does, yeah.
Hey, buy a cap, $2. AutoZone, something like that. Keep it next to the seat. Boom, boom, boom.
But then how do I know when it's done?
click.
But if the cap's in there, it won't click.
Yeah, it'll just keep pouring.
Yeah.
It's going to go all over the place, start a fire, burn down half the city.
Oh, wow.
Anybody
I don't want
think
to do
about
that.
No.
It would be warmer, though.
Yeah, it would be.
It'd be like Todd walking through his bar and spraying hairspray all over the place.
I saw a guy the other day pull away from the thing with the thing in.
Oh,
Done that.
no.
Bet it.
I've done
You've
it.
done that?
Done that.
Been there.
I did it.
Does it explode?
Sure.
Everybody in here has done that?
No,
haven't.
never.
Absolutely not.
Never.
Meaning.
You got to be
No.
a simpleton.
Mine just
Try doing it as a state trooper in uniform in your police. It's embarrassing.
But Todd,
as fuck.
you went into the convenience store, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, I had
Yeah,
to. I'm
yeah,
like, hey, your
yeah,
hose
right.
is stuck in my car.
oh, so mine the hose just flew out and was just laying on the ground, so it wasn't anything bad.
And you just left.
No, I wouldn't put it back where it's supposed to be.
That's what the guy did that I saw. The guy, while I'm holding it, right, he just pulls away and it starts making like a sound like something's being. I'm like looking around like, what is that? And then all of a sudden you hear a poof poof and it just comes flying off. Yeah, and then it just starts bouncing on the ground and the guy just stops. And you see him have like the moment of, did I? Oh no!
Yeah.
Eye contact?
Yep.
No, he gets out. He's already in. Now he's in the middle area where people are driving through spots, and he's in like this pretty nice little Beamer thing. He's parked in there, so now he's got traffic stopped because traffic is trying to get through. He gets out, head down. I've never seen the head go down quicker. Around, grabs the thing, rips it out, puts it back in the thing, gets in the car. Gone. Didn't say anything to anybody. Then obviously the workers came out and said, "Hey, this guy!" Started yelling, and I just I put my shit in, head down, got in my car, and got the fuck out.
See, for us, we have the stoppers that do work. It's very easy to get distracted and forget that you're even at a gas station.
Yeah. That's why I had to answer some lady's question, and she didn't know how to get somewhere, and I tell her, and I forget. Oh, I'm at a gas station. I'm getting gas.
Sure, I was just scrolling
Got in
through
my
Twitter.
car. All right, let's go.
Hold on. So you were protecting and serving the community.
Oh, to help somebody else.
Got distracted.
God forbid.
Yeah. Thanks for asking me a question, lady.
Hey, when you were a cop, Did you view situations where people were like broken down? I assume this is a yes because you're a good guy. But I watched a cop just roll right by a guy the other morning. I was broken down, and it might have been 4 degrees.
I've
And he
seen
just
it
rolled
too.
right fucking by the guy. I've never. The guy might have been even like trying to stop him. And this cop, it did like the guy with the Beamer, and was just like, "Nah, not fucking today, bub. It's real cold out there." Is that something that's talked about? Like, hey,
I mean, you're a real dickhead if you do it, but I've seen cops do it. I see them do it all the time, especially here in Indy for some reason.
they just roll right by.
I couldn't imagine doing it myself.
Isn't that serving to protect and serve?
I mean, you're on
Sometimes.
the clock. You're getting paid. You might as well do your job and at least be like, hey, I'll keep my lights on behind you so nobody smashes into you while you call somebody.
You pull up
Jim
next.
Boeheim.
You pull up. Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
geez.
Too soon, dude.
Too
Too soon, dude.
31.
fucking that made the Schmidt list. Are you gonna ever do that, Ty?
Yeah, I am. There's a couple people that I'm ready to. I don't know if I want to do audio first or the video first, which I don't know which way you want me to do it.
Okay, so those listening at home, I've been pushing Ty. I've been pushing Ty pretty hard on having his own podcast where he just saws people down because Ty goes on these rants. Just by the way, I don't want to say he gets. Is it off the hand?
Off color.
Off
Off
the
the
rail.
handle.
Off the handle. That's something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flies off the handle.
Flies off the handle.
Out of nowhere, and it'll be something so small, so minute, and then it's just before I even get a chance to know exactly what he's talking about, it has been ruined in a very poetic fashion.
Oh, and you can see it on his face that he's fucking full of hatred. at that
Disgusted
moment.
with
Yeah.
whatever it is. Well, it could be anything.
Person, place, or thing.
It could be anything, and he is just mad at it. I'm like, we need just a show of rants. It doesn't have to be long. Things have to happen to you in your everyday life because I see it every single day that you would like to just mow down.
Oh, yeah.
That a lot of people, if they heard it, they're like, "Oh, I'm on this guy's side. I'm with him." Now, granted, that would have to be a show that's like my thoughts are not similar to my employer's.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Because I would not like to be directly tied to the hip of the Schmidt list. But I think it is something you should do, Ty.
Well, and it's finding that fine line too between sawing someone down at the knees and then doing a little bit too much and sawing them down at the ankles, which you don't necessarily want to do.
There it is.
Yep.
It's
It's
interesting.
a real sweet spot when it comes to hate. You
It
gotta
really
find
is.
it.
Yep.
It takes a lot of years of practice.
Speaking of, Joe Rogan's trending right now because he had Alex Jones, our guy, on his show.
Oh, boy.
Oh, shut the fuck
No
up.
way. Yeah, speaking of fine line of hate,
I wonder how that went.
there's a guy that crossed it a couple times.
Oh, boy.
That guy just fucking jumped right in.
Fuck, we wanted him. I DM'd him.
We did. Joe Rogan,
Yeah.
though, is right now, if you're going on a podcast, you're going on Joe Rogan.
He had Dr. Phil on, I think.
Dr. Phil was holding a flamethrower.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Holy
It's going to be an
shit.
incredible interview, by the way.
Guaranteed.
Because if
Stealing all of
that's,
our guests.
if that's Dr. Bull talking to Joe Rogan, it's going to be a good one.
Wow.
We're going to learn a lot about Dr. Phil in that interview. I think
Yeah.
his brain is top shelf. Dr. Phil's brain is top shelf.
You think
For
Dr.
sure.
Phil smokes the weed?
I think he's dabbled.
Where's he from? Texas?
Do you think he could be doing better with his life if his brain is top notch?
Better?
Like instead of fucking dealing with
He's a
catch me
gajillionaire.
outside, girl.
What do you?
Maybe, no, I'm not saying for himself, Todd.
Oh, you mean as
Just
far as the people he
happiness?
could help?
Yes.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Oh,
He's
you're
saying like
he
he
should
could
help other like
do more
Yeah.
serious
Yes.
psychological.
Well, she did
He
blow
does,
up.
though,
type
but
work.
but that's not a normal thing. That's why it is such a big deal. Is because it was a very different situation. She was literally threatening Dr. Phil, the crowd, and her mom the entire time. Dr. Phil could not crack Bad Baby.
Yeah.
You're asking that guy to be
She is.
very noble.
Yes.
Yeah.
When he's
Well,
got
he
a
is,
lot
though.
of earning potential.
And I think this was post his career, like too, right? Like kind of like how Judge Judy became a TV judge after being a real judge.
Can you be a judge on TV?
Yeah.
Can I be a judge on TV?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do I have to be a lawyer or anything?
No,
It probably helps.
you can be appointed a judge.
Zito's a priest. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Got a gig-
Zito's
got a gig coming up.
ordained,
Do you know that people reached out to him?
not a priest.
I might have a gig coming up in October.
How much we charging? What is it?
I don't know. I thought it was free, but I.
Yeah. I was like, what do you? I was like, how much you asking for? Like 3,000-4,000.
So you pay a priest to come to your wedding?
Absolutely.
You pay
I don't
everyone
know.
at you pay everything at a wedding.
Everything.
Oh, I'm happy we got into this. We're in wedding planning right now.
Oh, buddy, I can't
God.
wait for you.
You got to
Just
free
get the list.
ordain us.
Good luck.
Right here.
Get ready.
Hope you gave a budget.
Sam was. Oh, that was brought up last night in bed, like right before I went to bed. Like as I was falling asleep, there was like a so what is the budget? And I was like, well, what was that? And she was like, nothing. It was a funny conversation.
Wedding people are hustlers too. Like
Yeah,
you'll
yeah.
get a wedding videographer, 20 grand, bang.
Yeah, and they take 2 years.
They're hustling.
Will they finish the video?
Yeah, because they charge 20 grand. You see, when I do it, I'm not charging even over 1,000 back in those days.
For those that don't know, Foxy used to be a wedding videographer.
Yep, through high
good
school
one.
and college.
And he made a little good money on the side.
Yep.
His last job as a wedding
Right
videographer.
before he came here.
Yeah.
About a week before he came here.
Beautiful couple.
Beautiful couple.
Gorgeous.
Still together.
Paid good money, thank God. He completed the task.
Last
Yeah.
one.
A year and a half later, he finished the wedding video.
Yeah, I like this.
They're still together, so it was probably a pleasant little surprise. They're like, oh, look here, let's relive our happiness.
Yeah, I felt pretty terrible. I'm a terrible person for doing that. I'm giving their money back. And
Hey, attaboy.
Video turned out good, so I'm happy. And they were very nice about it. I got lucky. Like, he could have been Bridezilla.
So,
I might
18
be, not
months
be
for
here.
a fucking video.
Yeah,
Any
there's so
of the
much
people I
CGI
married
in it.
would have fucking killed you. I'm telling you that right now.
What's that?
I say any of the girls I ever married would have fucking killed you.
this has become an interesting thing, though, because I'm like kind of intrigued by it, you know?
What's that?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
the wedding
interesting. It's all
process?
new.
Like, I'm intrigued by it. I'm hearing things like she's like, oh, I met with blah, blah, blah. We got a great price on blah, blah, blah. And
Did we?
I'm like, what is blah, blah? Like, why is that even needed? Well, because, and then I'm learning about the wedding process, and I'm like, oh, I did not know we needed that. I just thought we were putting some chairs in there.
Need it all, Pat.
Guy stands.
Need it all.
Maybe we do a yep. All right, kiss.
We out of here.
We out of here.
Now,
That's what I
is she getting like a wedding planner who will coordinate all the little
Ooh,
things?
Jennifer
Okay.
Lopez is really good.
So wedding planner was what I was referring to there. We got a wedding planner that we got
And
a
then she will take Sam to, all right, we're going to go try wedding cake on
They
this
coordinate
day.
everything.
And
She,
they go
huh?
with her.
food.
She.
Well,
That's kind of fucked
'Cause
up.
I
that
read-
was pretty
no.
sexist to me. Could be a dude. Yeah, could be a
Or him.
dude wedding planner.
I believe it is a female though, so you
Okay.
should feel good.
All right.
You could just act like you knew it. Yeah. I told you off air that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I told you off air that it was.
Plus, in Indiana, pretty good odds.
Oh, is it?
Nick just burying. Nick's got the shovel out. Yeah, but that was it. The wedding planner was.
So this is going to be quite a thing. She's going to, because those wedding planners really invest a lot of time in this.
really.
Like, yeah.
It's great.
She's probably going to take her on what?
Oh.
15 or 16 different things.
What's that?
Dresses.
Yeah.
Yeah, and multiple stores for each one of them.
Flowers.
yeah.
Flowers.
I heard
Multiple day
Oh,
excursions.
the floral arrangements.
Yep.
Whole big thing.
Tablecloths.
But you get to taste a lot of cake.
Silverware.
You gonna have a cookie table?
What's that?
Pittsburgh cookie table.
Yeah, for sure.
There we go.
Turner's.
I actually don't know, to be honest. I would say yes. I'm saying yes.
Indianians don't know about it.
We are 50% in on a cookie table as of this moment right now.
Let's go.
Since it was,
Put your foot down.
we are, yeah.
Put that foot down
go.
right now. You want, hey, you
Yeah.
want cookies?
Yeah.
You want cookies?
Yeah,
You want cookies?
Me.
You put that foot down.
I'm there too.
Yeah. Give me that cookie table.
Chocolate fountain.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cheese
Yeah.
fountain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want a chocolate fountain.
What about nacho cheese fountain?
Definitely that.
Nacho cheese.
Now we're talking.
KFC
Okay.
gravy fountain?
Yeah.
That's a heart attack.
Don't bring KFC to my party.
No promises.
DJ, she gonna let you pick the DJ?
Yeah.
Oh, she's got to.
That's a big
She's got to
deal.
yell
Yep.
that to you.
That's one of the biggest deals out of the whole thing.
There's
I was told that I handle entertainment.
there's
Okay.
a couple things
Nice.
that matter at a wedding. It's the DJ and the bar. That's literally it.
Yes.
So this is what I'm thinking.
Oh, the pub could bring our bar.
True. Do not. Pub might not even be invited. I mean, you guys keep going down the path.
I thought I was filming it.
That would be awesome.
No way. I didn't know that video. 18 months.
You guys
Sam
be
would kill you.
you guys will be parking cars.
The pub will be invited.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll park Peyton Manning's car, drive it into a tree.
Whoa.
Sorry about that, Peyton. My bad.
He will not be there. He will not be there. I believe there's a good chance that some notables will be there. Though.
Sure.
Some notable. There will be no cell phones allowed at this.
No
thing.
cell
No
phones.
way.
Smart.
Yeah.
Put in a
Awesome.
box.
Very smart.
Awesome.
But the reception is what it's called. Yeah.
Yeah.
So normally by the reception time at the weddings I've been to, I mean, I'm pretty.
Liquored up.
I'm about gone by that point. So I don't really remember the fine details of the receptions. I just know that it's like a hall. It's like an adult dance basically happens.
Yes.
Right?
Pretty much. Yeah.
DJ is the most important thing.
Everybody. See, I don't know if I'm gonna go DJ
Or band, whatever.
That's what I'm saying.
band would be great.
Entertainment is the most important thing.
You guys are gonna enjoy what I was thinking though.
You should get the guy from the movie.
Well,
Steve Miller.
No.
Oh,
Dan
take
Band.
it to Dan Band.
Dan Band.
Yeah.
I fucking need you more than ever. I should.
I have
totally
looked into
get
it.
him.
I have looked into it. He's not that expensive.
Okay, look at us cutting costs. All right, I was thinking dueling pianos.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Also cool.
Oh shit.
We have a budget.
We know a couple dueling piano guys.
I know. That's why I thought in my head that
that'd
you
be
guys
awesome.
would love this if we got the dueling piano because that's a party
That's a
starter.
good time.
Absolutely.
That's all we're trying to do, right?
it's a
Everybody's
good
just trying to have a
time.
good time.
And then at the end of the night, you just put the aux cord on, and you're good to go.
True.
Yeah, we got a couple playlists that are heaters only.
Absolutely.
Literally, I have a playlist titled "Heaters Only."
Who was the DJ at the New Year's party?
Griff.
Griff, yeah.
Hey, we're getting Griff down there.
High school hockey coach with Phil. That's wild. Yes, there's a lot going on with the wedding, man. I did not know this. Every night I get full recap of everything we did. She's been pretty cool about it all, though. She does, I think, want me to be a part of the whole thing.
Sure.
I think
You should. It's your day too.
Not really.
It's your day.
It
too.
is.
Well, we're getting chocolate chip cookies, so.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
You think the cookie table is just chocolate chip cookies?
Oh, no.
There's-
Sugar cookies.
You ain't never been to a
Snickerdoodles.
cookie table wedding, my friend.
There's a lot of cookie tables over there.
Oatmeal
a lot
raisin.
of cookies over there.
Dunkaroos.
Yeah, it's basically just like an assortment of every cookie.
You
that
would
you
be
can
an
have.
oatmeal raisin guy.
Love oatmeal
Who
raisin.
said
So do
that?
I.
I love
Oh,
oatmeal
so do I. I love them.
cookie.
Hey,
So
I'm with you,
good.
boys.
Yes.
Hey, does that make you feel good?
But I'm supposed
Hey,
to.
does that make you two feel good?
Hey, I know it's an old cookie, an old's cookie.
You like
don't-
it too, Gorms? Numbing on with your gums?
No. I gotta have, believe it or not, I gotta have nuts in my cookie.
That surprised me.
You teabagging son of a bitch.
Kids on fire. Kids on fire. today.
This is, hey,
Hey, I'm gonna get out of here.
Jeffrey, you did not deserve that from Zito.
So you like a white chocolate macadamia nut? Is that your favorite?
Oh, I don't mind that. I like that one.
I like
Not bad.
those a
Not
lot.
bad. Yeah, I like the macadamia.
I like those a lot.
I like peanut butter cookies as well.
Yes.
But I am a cookie motherfucker though. Now I will eat the oatmeal raisin. I'm down with the oatmeal raisin as well.
Yep.
But it's nowhere near my favorite.
No.
The circle one that has the chocolate Hershey Kisses.
Yeah.
That one is also pretty high on the list. Chocolate OG chocolate chip cookies.
I'm
My
a big
thing.
M&M cookie guy.
Yes, me
I
too.
don't mind the M&M cookie. I'll eat it, but it's not. It's
Like
not
a
in
monster cookie or like a cookie that just has M&Ms in it?
I don't know the first one, so I can't answer
Never had
your
a fucking
question.
monster
The monster
cookie?
ones are big. They're like the silver dollar cookies.
I'm not sure I've ever had a
They're
monster.
huge and they just have M&Ms in them.
Yeah.
So, it sounds like something I enjoy.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Girl Scout cookies on there? Above?
Okay, so there's one that I like. It's not the popular one.
It's the peanut butter one.
It's a peanut butter.
Tag along.
Tag along.
Yep, peanut butter patties.
That's the
Tag
best
alongs are
one.
good.
Hey, those Girl Scouts are some hustling sons of bitches.
Oh, yeah.
They're all in the grocery stores right now.
Where's the more?
Yeah.
Where's the money go?
Where does the money? Into the new uniforms? Is it the same uniform?
Field trips. Summer field trips.
Oh yeah, I'm
So
sure.
where to sell more
sure.
cookies?
Yeah.
That's why they go on field trips to sell more stuff.
It's a racket.
Good
Child
racket
labor.
they got.
You ever see The Boss
Camp
with
Out-
Melissa
Camp Out.
McCarthy?
Such a good movie.
Great movie. It is an underrated movie. It dives deep
Oh,
in
yeah?
the whole entire Girl
Camp
Scouts.
on a wand.
We hold you in our hearts, and when we think about you,
It makes me want to fart.
this thing came apart. That was a good.
Donkey lips.
I used
Donkey
to watch.
lips.
I usused to watch that
Oh,
show.
yeah.
Ugh.
Great show.
Right after
Bobby
Dude Ranch.
Budnick.
Hey, dude.
Here we go.
Bobby Budnick was a son of a bitch.
He was the man. I loved Bobby Budnick. Such a hard ass.
He told me it's not a memory week this week.
It's not.
That's why he hasn't remembered anything he said or has done this
What
week.
does that mean?
That's not true. I remember some of the stuff I said and
He
done.
said it's a creation week, not a memory week.
Creative week. Yeah.
Can't use both.
I don't know how
No, not this
Foxy
brain.
lives with you fucking two.
I honestly don't know either. I think this might be why Foxy's new Foxy.
Yeah.
Because he went to
Oh, yeah.
Miami.
No way. We know why. Come on.
He went to Miami, experienced life without him for a few days, and was like, "Man, this is so fucking nice." Gets back in the house and like forgets everything.
Pub is at its strongest it's ever been. I can't stress this enough.
This makes so
He's
much
right.
sense that they're rubbing off on you.
What do you mean?
Well, whenever he let his guard down in
Yes.
Miami of
Yeah.
stupidity,
Yikes.
because he was just kind of relaxed. He comes back into the pub, forgets that he has to put the shield up.
They snuck in his brain.
And you guys kind of took advantage of a vulnerable Foxy's brain coming fresh out of vacation. You guys penetrated quickly and made him a fucking idiot like you guys.
I've been trying to figure out what it is.
It happened.
So far, this is
Don't
the
give in.
best
Don't give in, Fox.
explanation.
Fox, no, this
Don't
is not what
give
happened
in.
because
But-
one of the first things you did was yell at me when you got back.
I always
But
yell
what
at you.
happened
I
after that?
always
You
yell
probably
at you.
dug back in.
You broke him down.
No. Believe
No one
me.
broke down.
This morning, actually, Fox woke up. We had a nice little debate about
This
where to
guy,
put
this
the mouse
fucking
trap.
guy. We have a mouse trap up on the counter so everyone can see it. He goes, "Oh, let's move it down right where our feet are. That'll get the mouse." And I'm like, "Dude, that's gonna get my fucking toes, and I'm gonna be pissed off."
You guys are a bad house at this point.
Yeah.
Might get the mouse
A
stuff.
broken house.
You guys, it's a broken house.
Not even a little.
You guys are staying together for Zito.
I do agree with Barney. Mouse trap should go on the floor.
It should go on the floor.
Once Zito graduates and moves out, you guys are splitting up for sure.
Zito's
I love
finally.
how I'm the oldest.
I'm pretty excited though that
Do we pay our electricity bill?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know why the website will not let me pay it. I swear.
you guys are about to get kicked out of your house.
Just no electricity.
Did you ever hear the
probably.
story where we lost electricity for like 3 days?
No.
Yeah, so our old roommate that used to live at the pub before the pub was the pub didn't transfer it over, and we had no electricity for a whole
For 3
night.
days.
You know.
Are you kidding?
No, it was 2 days, right? 2 days?
It was like 12 hours.
Fucking delinquents.
I told you guys the time about the house. My pipes busted my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why we were in Atlanta?
I still have not gotten that updated.
Now they're stronger than ever.
Really?
What do you mean? Like it's still
Oh,
busted
they got to
down
come
there?
in and do it? You haven't scheduled it yet?
Not really. No, there were just fans blowing down there for like a week straight, I guess, because they were trying to dry things.
Try it out.
But we've all talked about this. My house is too big.
Yeah, it's big. It
It
goes
is
on forever.
It is a part of. I should have bought it. It was a poor decision.
No, that's a nice
But
house.
you did get a good buy on it.
It's very nice,
beautiful.
good price,
Yeah.
and it is very beautiful. But I mean, there's a lot of the house that I don't see.
Sure.
It's like annual almost. Like I see it annually.
But it's very nice when you see it.
And that part where the pipes happen to be in a part of that, I don't even see probably once every 3-4 years that part of the house. So I don't even notice. And I got like a text message call from people like, "Hey, are we going to finish this pipe bust thing?" I'm like, "Whoa, completely forgot about it." And they're like, "Sir, there's a wall missing in your house." Like, not in my house.
No, not me.
Not me. My house is up here. It's just a bedroom, living room,
You should
kitchen.
just take one room in the house and make it like a seasonal adventure. Like one room is the Christmas room. You always have a Christmas tree up in there. The next
Never
room,
got to take down decorations.
Halloween every day in there.
Like the White House has like this
Yep.
is like the
The
blue
bowling
room.
alley.
Yeah.
This is the JFK Banks Marilyn Monroe room.
This is where Abraham Lincoln did his thing.
Yep.
There's the Lewinsky room.
Whoa.
Wow.
It would definitely be a room.
What are we getting?
We're talking about the White House here.
What are we doing? Political scandals now?
You're
That's-
telling me Lewinsky's not going to be a room in there? Come on.
You're telling me that our show has become a political scandal show all of a sudden?
Not a political scandal show. We're talking about the White House here, okay?
Monica's a nice lady.
Nice lady. I'm just saying that room specifically definitely goes down in White House infamy, if you will.
We're not here to
Shade.
bash the heads of our country.
Or the people that gave head to the heads of countries.
Sacred,
Or stuff the cigars in.
sacred office.
Dude, you seem to know a lot about it. Are you a political pundit?
I'm a big, 42 was a good guy. 41, sorry.
His brain's pretty lucid this show, so I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt him right now.
That's pretty wild.
I think 41, that's right.
I think he's 42 because Bush is 43. And
Yeah,
he
he's
came before
42.
Bush.
42.
Oh, and then 44.
Yeah, and the other Bushes.
The doubles get me.
Yeah.
I've been watching political documentaries.
Oh, yeah?
Learned a lot about Saudi Arabia.
Me too.
last night.
Designated Survivor. You like it?
That's not technically a documentary, but I understand what you're saying. The Saudi Arabia Uncovered documentary on Netflix, that freaked me the fuck out. I'm going to be honest.
Those
That
are the
one's,
scary ones.
Like the country as a whole?
Well, what's going on?
well, it was like when we were alerting the world of Jim Kong
Yeah.
and a lot of things. We talked about it first, and then everybody else started catching up
Correct.
to
We
it.
did a lot of good.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like we did with the Jim Kong update.
We spread the word.
We were, and I say this and I mean it, we were 2 months ahead of the mainstream media.
For sure.
2 months ahead with the Jim Kong stuff.
Well, when we got tipped off, Senator McCain's people were listening.
Yep.
Because he really enjoyed the
And then McCain called him
Yes.
little chubby guy. Whatever he's called him.
little
fuck
fat
boy.
kid.
He thought he was, I don't think McCain called him a fuck boy.
A little fat kid.
Little fat kid or something like that. we think it's directly because of us.
For
Yes.
sure.
Anyways,
Definitely.
he's back in the news now because they're meeting or whatever.
We're solving relations.
But I saw some stuff on North Korea where they snuck a camera in, and they filmed stuff, and it's like, holy shit, this is insane. That happened in Saudi Arabia. Somebody took in an undercover camera and started showing around Saudi Arabia. There's like public killings and shit.
Oh yeah.
Like sword head off type things.
Wow.
Stonings too.
Yeah.
Stonings
It's
happening.
like Dark Ages.
Yeah,
shit.
it sounds like the Bible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we living in here?
It's
10 BC.
Well, when did those pyramids come around?
2,000 years before Christ.
I wasn't as impressed with the pyramids from the documentary I watched with Morgan Freeman finding God, and Gorman is still upset about that because they're just rocks and dirt right now.
The one was really bad. The one pyramid was in bad shape.
It's
The other ones look good though.
thousands of years old.
Should have bought the warranty.
What about the Sphinx?
Watch your mouth.
Lost its nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's thousands of years old.
Saudi Arabia, though, scary place.
Yeah, there's a lot of scary places.
There's documentaries on Netflix right now that are exposing a lot of things on there. Like I signed up to watch a documentary last night about the Nazi era, and there was actual footage of just dead bodies. I'm like, is this even allowed to be? And I'm like, Netflix has no fucking rules. There's just dead bodies here. It makes no sense.
We live a pretty cozy life.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't sleep after watching a fucking documentary. I was like, it was terrible. Don't dive into the political documentary world.
People need to know, though. Sometimes you got to be reminded.
That is true.
Okay, that's why it used to happen. Don't
Because if you
fucking
don't
be that way,
study the past, it's due to repeat itself.
Oh, Dixie with a great quote.
Smartest thing he's ever said on this show.
Thanks. You should put that on a shirt.
Hold on. Mark that time.
I'll write it down.
Here's another one. Innocent until proven guilty. That was one that the news gave me credit for.
True.
Headline news. Pat says.
I plead the fifth.
Oh.
FIF.
Fizz-if.
Dumbest show of all time. Thanks for listening. Hashtag Endgang. Hashtag Endgame. I need documentary recommendations. The ones I've seen, basically all of them. I need a documentary that is not a popular documentary that I should dive into. Send me what's that called? The picture of the
Like the artwork.
Screenshot.
Movie poster,
Oh, yeah.
poster.
all that shit. Send me a picture of something that I should watch. And if Sam decides we can watch it because she runs the remote now, we'll watch it. That'll be it. And other than that, have an incredible weekend. Heartland Radio 2.0 coming out tomorrow with some Friday bangers. Gonna want to hear that.
Bang, bang.
Bangarang.
Does anybody have any good ones for tomorrow?
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that was overwhelmingly positive
strong.
response. Zito's shoes just lit up for the first time in about a week. It's been a wild scene here. Wild day. Thank you so much for choosing to listen to us. We can't thank you enough. Cheers. Ty Schmidt, hit the music.